Oh boy, we'll do it again here for all of you boys and girls here. Oh, it's Sunday, so what can I say? Another edition of Butch on Sports here. Simply Butch is here, and as always, thanks for tuning in. We'll give you some sports news that you can't get enough of, and then some. I'm going to try to do it. I'm going to do the best job I possibly can for these next 15 minutes, or maybe 14. I don't know. We'll try it. Josh Love, the Panthers starting quarterback, was nearly perfect in the Michigan Panthers 29-13 season opening victory over the Houston Gamblers. The San Jose state quarterback, produced a completion ratio of 19 of 21 passes for 216 yards and three touchdown passes there as the Panthers sliced through the Houston defense for most of the afternoon at Simmons Bank Field. Simon's Bankfield. I'll never forget that place because it looked empty as a boys and girls. I mean, it looked like nobody was there but the cheerleaders and both teams. Love performance 2 weeks before the Panthers opened their home slate at Detroit Lions' home of Ford Field. He tied a Michigan NFL franchise record. His 90.5% completion percentage snapped a USFL single game record. That's a minimum of 10 attempts, dating back to the league's uh, first year in existence, which was 1980. Of course, in the Michigan record was of the state as was former Lions quarterback Greg Landry, a Pro Bowler in his own right. In the franchise, he did this in 1971. I remember that. Previously held it at 82.8%. Is it important for you, boys and girls? Maybe. This guy was pretty doggone accurate. I tell you what. Tell you what, right now. The Detroit Tigers made an attempt to play today here. However, let's give you some feedback on the last two games at Comerica Park. The Detroit Tigers won that particular game on a walk-off. Brings you to Saturday's game in the bottom of the 11th inning. Miguel Cabrera singled to center field. Spencer Torkelson scored the Detroit Tigers win by a score of 7-6. In this game, the Tigers were trailing 6-1 until the fifth inning when they made a comeback, tied the score. The Tigers won their third in a row. However, the day of the start of the game was delayed by 5 hours and 5 minutes before they decided to call the game. Yes, they finally called the game at 6:05 this afternoon or this evening, I should say. That game will be made up on July 24th on previously scheduled day of the off for the Detroit Tigers. That's previously scheduled day off was the games against the San Diego Padres, who's probably just leaving the town, and the LA Angels, who may be just getting in town. So they'll be playing on the 24th, a day off for the Detroit Tigers to make up the game with the San Francisco Giants. All paid tickets for today's game will be valid for that makeup game on July the 24th. The Tigers also want to thank the fans for their patience. In the next few days, the Tigers will be reaching out to everyone who was in attendance at Comerica Park during their delay, and they're going to offer complimentary tickets to a future game. Isn't that nice there, boys and girls? So your suffering did not go in vain here. Detroit Tigers also optioned Ryan Kriegler to AAA Toledo. They said they got to get his back going. You got to get a whole lot of things going with that young man there. By the way, tomorrow the Detroit Tigers at 6:40 p.m. I mentioned p.m. instead of a.m. Never on a.m. They'll be playing the Cleveland Guardians. It's hard for me to not say the Cleveland Indians, but I won't. I just did. Giannis Antetokounmpo, he was ruled out the game at halftime here. He messed up his lower back, by the way, and he did not play the rest of the game. However, Miami took advantage of that. They scored 130, the 117 win. to take a 1-0 series lead over the Milwaukee Bucks in their particular series. Other games played today, the Los Angeles Lakers beat the Memphis Grizzlies by a score of 128 to 112. And by the way, right now we have on our board here the Suns that have taken in the third quarter. In the third, oh yeah, so period, a quarter, the third period, 74 to 68. The Suns are leading the Clippers in that particular game that's going on right now. Boston, Sacramento Kings, Philadelphia 76ers, and the New York Knicks all won their games yesterday, Saturday. So they're ahead in their series 1-0. And by the way, if you care, not the Miami, but the Dallas Mavericks were in violation of the league's player resting policy and demonstrated throughout actions to the public statement that was given by the NBA's president, Joe Dumars, Vice President Joe Dumars there. The statement of the organization desired to lose the game in order to improve their chances to keep their first round draft pick in the 2023 NBA draft. The league did not find that the players who participated in the game were not playing to win here, by the way, here. They didn't find that out, but they did get fined $750,000. The team is, which price a drop in the bucket for them. The Dallas Mavericks decided to restrict players from fully participating in the elimination game last Friday against the Chicago Bulls, undermining the integrity of our sports. That was said by Joe Dumars, NBA Executive Vice President, head of basketball operations. The Mavericks' action failed our fans and our league. What did the Pistons do? They're doing it for 3 years. And nothing's guaranteed that their draft choice is going to get better or up. But Jason Kidd said it best is he's only doing what my bosses told me to do. Hooray for Jason Kidd. He came out there and stood up to all of them. The Motor City Rockers, they are a professional minor league hockey team based in Fraser, Michigan. The team is the 10th team to join the Federation Prospect Hockey League there. Now, all season long, the Mississippi Seawolves have been a thorn in the Motor City Rockers' side, taking 4 games earlier in the year in Biloxi, Mississippi. However, on home ice, the Rockers earned 2 wins this past weekend over the Seawolves, 7-3 on Friday night and 5-2 on Saturday night to close out the regular season. The FPHL playoffs will begin at Big Boy Arena on Wednesday night at 7 p.m. as the Rockets will host either the Carolina Thunderbirds or the Columbus River Dragons. Now, tickets can be purchased at the door for a ridiculous low price of $10. You can get those tickets at mcrockershockey.com/ticket. And of course, if you don't know where this place is, called Big Boy Arena, it's on 34400 Utica Road in Fraser, Michigan there. Some playoff hockey. We didn't get it from the Red Wings this year, but that's the playoffs live on. Isn't that nice? The NFL, if you didn't get a whiff of this particular ad, you did get this from me here. The first round draft pick overall for the clubs. Here we go. Carolina from Chicago will take the first draft pick in the NFL league draft. Number 2 will be Houston. Number 3, Arizona. Number 4, Indianapolis. Number 5, Seattle from Denver. Number 6, Detroit from the Los Angeles Rams. Number 7, Las Vegas. Number 8, Atlanta. Number 9, Chicago from Carolina. Number 10, Philadelphia from New Orleans. And by the way, boys and girls, if you just want to know, the Lions also have another pick in the first round. They'll pick at number 18 as well. What a deal, huh? What a goodie. Just checking on the score here, 78-74. The Suns are leading still. The Clippers in the third period there, getting ready to go in the fourth. Not much time in that. So I'm going to watch some games. I'm going to watch some more basketball later on this evening and roast myself to bed to get a good night's sleep here. But you can do the same, boys and girls. 80 degrees all this week. 80 degrees until today. Mother Nature paid their dues by bringing us some rain. Some people a little thunderstorms. Some people some high winds where the power is out. So hey, just stay careful, but stay safe, stay warm. Some of you cut off your heat. Now you got to cut it back on again. That's Michigan weather for you, boys and girls. Butch on Sports is a presentation of Oh My Darling Production. Check out Butch on Sports on Facebook, always on Facebook. And I apologize for the personal people that normally email the podcast to. We had some problems with Yahoo. Those problems are hopefully alleviated now, so we'll get those out to you. And of course, if you want to get your podcast directly from me after the podcast is over, just give me a whipful, okay? Uh, Simply Butch2, that's TOO, at yahoo.com. Or you can go to the homepage at Podomatic.com. Just type in SIMPLYBUTCHTOO.podomatic.com. And yes, you can get the podcast as well too. Enjoy the beginning of the week, boys and girls. Always, I say, stay safe, stay comfortable, be nice to everybody, and we'll do another one of these fine little podcasts on Wednesday afternoon or evening, preferably, to get you up to date with what is going on and then some here. Okay, so hey, again, stay safe. And check me out Wednesday and tell your friends about Butch on Sports. All righty? Okay.